it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. All right, so I'm seeing you protecting yourself, and I'm seeing you thinking and observing. And it could be that you're observing like a friend group, or you're observing a discussion or a conversation of some kind. In some way, you are observing a split. It could be in another person, but you are observing a split somehow, whether that is in conversation, whether it is in a group, whether it is in somebody that you feel like is expressing some kind of a two-faced quality. And for some of you, that two-faced quality is manipulative. And you have kind of clocked that, where somebody is in your face. They know that you like somebody. So that could be romantically. It also could be that you're friends with somebody, or that you take a certain stance on something, and that person's in your face and they kind of threw a hot potato at you that is meant to accuse somebody or like persuade. And it is giving manipulative, but you're also like, I just heard concerned, or now you're in your head. And that was, I think, what was meant to occur by whoever threw that, because that person is defensive. And they're kind of trying to skirt around that they've been watching, potentially you or whoever this is that they tried to throw a hot potato at here and get them all in their head about something. They were watching a conversation between them and somebody else, or they were watching a friend group or something. And so they felt a certain way about that. They felt defensive, and I'm hearing kind of territorial. And they had been watching and kind of, I think, kicking up a lot of energy, whoever this person was, around a certain person, maybe trying to intimidate them, or it's like, I wish you could see this picture. I'm looking at this card. It's a Taurus card, and it's this big like bull or an ox. And actually, for some reason, it's wearing like a mask, but the eyes are very much fixated on a woman in the foreground who is like walking around. And you can just tell that this bull or this ox, it's huge. And it would just, the woman in the foreground is not paying attention to the ox, but the ox is really paying attention to her. And it just seems to me like it's trying to throw its weight around, but in a very roundabout kind of way. And somebody here has gotten caught up into this. And I think the woman in the foreground, for a lot of you, it might be you. And that's where I'm saying this might be layered. So you could be feeling the effects of somebody here who is watching, I want to say like your person, or somebody that you feel like now you have to think about. Maybe this person has gone cold. Maybe their communication has switched up, or maybe you have noticed some kind of split in them. So I hope this isn't too confusing, but it's like, if you're the woman in the foreground kind of being observed, I feel like you were observed in conversation with, like, I want to say your person here. Somebody here felt territorial or some kind of way about it. And they tried to throw a hot potato at your person that got them up in their head, that got them thinking, protecting themselves, and observing this kind of conversation. So maybe they threw this hot potato not directly at this person, but they did it in this kind of roundabout, passive kind of a way. They threw it in a conversation. And that was manipulative. It was a manipulative thing to do because this person had already observed that your person, I just heard, was in love with you, or just they observed some kind of conversation. This could be a romantic situation. It could also be like a friendly situation. And so I feel like somebody here was trying to start shit, basically. And so now there's this, like, again, this layered, like, inception kind of quality of confusion that somebody here started because, and it's giving, it could be a Cancer, and they were observing in a place that they felt was their remit. And it may have something here to do with family, or, yeah, it's just kind of like, it's my turf, but it feels kind of delusional. And so I feel like, I want to say your person kind of didn't know what to do. And I'm seeing inside of their mind right now, and they're kind of, I'm not really sure what I should do. And I think they feel kind of intimidated because I think maybe there's not nice things being said, or there's some kind of, somebody here is taking a very aggressive stance towards you. And so it's fragmented them in some way. It's like split them. And there's also some kind of like Capricorn energy to think of here of like, well, how do I get where I'm going? Or something maybe concerning reputation. And this is karmic. Yeah, Saturn just came out. So this is karmic. There's some type of blockage here. And it's all swirling around. There could be 3 people involved in this conversation. And it's funny, and it's like all the personal planets, because I've got Mercury, Venus, and Mars here. And so these could be like 3 different people or 3 different stances in this conversation about you, where one is like Venus, it's, oh, this person's beautiful, they're lovely. Another person is like, oh, they're talented, like with Mercury, or they're funny, or adaptable. And then there's this like Mars kind of stance, or this like Mars person. So there's a lot of scorpionic energy here beneath the surface. It's like everybody here has a stance, or there's something about their own psychology that they're trying to defend, or that they're trying to work around, or there's something that they want for themselves here. That's via this conversation. They're all working an angle, is what it seems like in this conversation. It also could have happened over drinks, or where there's a film of haze here. And I think that it's because somebody wants to, it's a friend, like in a broader network, they maybe want to fire shots at you, but it's like it's really cowardly, and it's like also very manipulative, and it's very passive, and it's in this roundabout way, kind of throwing in a hot potato, like in a conversation that I think involved multiple people, but like your person was there. And I don't know who your person is. I feel like you would know who this is. This is somebody that you were dating. This is a best friend. This is somebody that has your back. And I think it's obvious to see that this person likes you, kind of a thing. Yeah. So it was meant to kind of knock this person off guard. And they could kind of see it too. That it was like very sudden, but then they kind of froze, and they got in this like very observational sort of mode. But what they're not is in a conversational mode. And I feel like that's maybe part of the karma here, because this person is good in the air element. Whoever this is that I'm picking up on, and I hope this is making some kind of sense to you. They're good in conversation. I think they're good at observing. They're good, but they kind of didn't know what to say. And the thing about this is it's just going to get harder the longer this person doesn't say anything, because I think what they needed to do was maybe be candid, or this person felt maybe put upon like they needed to take a stance. And I don't think they did. I think that they needed to maybe, I'm hearing the song, You Need to Calm Down by Taylor Swift. So maybe this had something to do with sexuality or something. But I'm hearing, you are somebody that I don't know. So maybe this person needed to be like, I don't know you, and I'm unsure as to why you're in my face. Again, it seems manipulative. I don't think this person needs to say it seems manipulative. I think there's a way to kind of just say like, what a manipulative stance you're taking. Like without saying it directly, just kind of call it out. Like, I don't know you, But it also could be that you don't know this person and they're making some kind of commentary on you. You are somebody that I don't know, or they just needed to advocate, I think, for some kind of Jupiterian ideal, which Jupiter is like broad-mindedness, and they may have needed to give some kind of advice. Because again, I think this person's good at like air energy. And I think what was going on in this conversation has to do with observation. And all these people are shit at it compared to like your person. They're not good at observing. And even the people who are like having a nice take or something, it's like they aren't good at observing, so they can't defend you. Whereas I feel like this person, you need to calm down. Like, it's not that deep. They might have even just said like, calm down. Like, this is like not why is this such a big deal? Like, I just feel like there's some red flags here of there's something deeper going on. So I think whatever was thrown about here in this conversation was meant to get this person observing you, when actually it was a deflection from whoever feels territorial and felt threatened by your presence here in this group. Because for some of you, this person just feels territorial over the whole group and the whole space. And you being around, they felt threatened. But for some, they want more with your person, and they feel that person is territory, and they feel that your person only looks at them as a friend and wants to wants, I think, to sleep with them. But it really is just they want to do that to attack you kind of a thing. It's war. This person wants a war with you, but they're also a coward, and they go about it in this weird roundabout kind of way. And they also might play a victim or a martyr in regards of you, but they're not. And it's kind of annoying. But I think this person is like, well, I don't know what to do. And they might feel kind of frozen. And also that feels weird for this person because they've been deflected is what I want to say. Like their observation, which is actually very strong in this person, has been hijacked is what I want to say. And they were made to observe you and question you and doubt you, and to do it in a way that doesn't involve their conversation, because I think this person can get to the point. And I don't think that they did. And it was because some kind of distrust or some kind of accusation or frame. There was some kind of framing of your energy. Maybe somebody was trying to say that you were two-faced, but the person saying this was two-faced. And it's because they wanted to divide a group about you. They wanted to, I'm hearing divide and conquer. They wanted to split. They wanted to cast doubt about you in people's minds. And they wanted to override your own character and reputation in order to do that. This is violence. And also, this is annoying. This is really annoying because it's like you can't swing back. Is what this person's trying to be aggressive from the shadows and from the sidelines. So if you swing back, you are seen as the aggressor, and that way this person can then play the victim or the martyr. Like, see, I told you, I was a martyr so you guys didn't have to experience that, or like whatever. But this is obnoxious. And also it's very strategic. It's hyper manipulative, and it was all planned out, and it's being driven by an emotional space. And I feel like whoever's doing this is giving a poker face, and they're guarding what they feel is their territory. And again, it's either an entire group. It could be a certain place, like maybe a place where you work. I don't think this person owns the shop though. I think this person just feels there's a lot of Cancer energy here. And Cancer is where Mars debilitates, and there's that here as well. But it's this roundabout kind of emotional validating or justifying. This person's not dealing directly with their emotions, and instead they're aggressive towards you. And they feel like dividing people about you by throwing this hot potato, accusing you of something or casting you in an unflattering light that you do not deserve because this person's having an emotion. They feel justified in doing that, but it's divide and conquer. They're trying to get people to doubt you, question you, and they're trying to get people to be two-faced around you, where now there's this secret that it's been suggested that you are a certain way, and nobody wants to really rock the boat, so you don't have any true friends or allies in this space where you do actually have natural friends and allies. Outside of this person, it's like, I want to say 2/3 of the group is just very naturally inclined towards you. Some people really, really love you with this Venus. Other people really, really like communicating with you, or they think you're creative or fun or talented at something. And there's other people who are like, I don't know, being like riled up. This is karmic. And it's not just karmic for you. It's definitely karmic for your person. And they're out of their element because I feel like this person's actually really good with the air element. And they're this person is, I'm hearing like if a man is the head of the family, then the woman is the neck. And I don't think this is a family dynamic, although take this however it resonates. I mean, we do have the Cancer card here, but this person is being the neck. And it's hard to observe your own neck. You know what I'm saying? So in this group, this is a person who's used to being the neck. They are used to deflecting. They are used to controlling focus. And so they'll throw something here, whether it's true or not, this person doesn't really give a shit. This person only cares about the emotions they're having at the time. And the only way that they know how to dampen their emotions is to lie about you or to exacerbate something. They know what they're doing. Like this person on some level knows what they're doing. They know that they're blowing something out of proportion. And I feel like that's your person here, whoever this is, whether this is your friend, your sibling, you need to calm down. You're being too loud. Don't step on his gown. You need to calm down. It's like, this really should not be, because I feel like you're a really nice person. I genuinely think that. I think that you're like this person's intimidated by you because there's a natural grace and you kind of naturally rule the roost. Although I'm not getting, there's no emperor card here. There's no it's just like the way you rule the roost is very Venus Mercury. That's a very pleasant person in conversation, extremely pleasant person. And again, maybe a very talented person. It's kind of giving poetry or prose. And so naturally, you are the centerpiece, and you are naturally, and by God's grace, the glue that holds things together. And when a person that God blesses in such a manner is that way, things tend to grow and flourish. And when this, I want to say I almost said narcissist. This would be a covert narcissist because they want people to kind of feel bad for them as well. When this this, I don't, and they might not be a narcissist. I'm not diagnosing anybody, but I'm just saying this is very self-absorbed, and it's also sneaky and manipulative as fuck. But I think they might have accused you of being that way. Oh, well, you're not really nice. You're just nice as a manipulation. I feel like it might be very easy to level that kind of, but it has done what it needed to do, was just to throw people into doubt. And somebody here is like, well, what should I have done? Well, what you should have done was say, you are somebody that I don't know. Like, you don't know this person, give them a chance. But right off the bat is what I want to say. As soon as this person felt jealous, and as soon as they did this, they had people looking at you crazy behind your back, just from the jump. So now automatically there's this negative energy around you where people are being two-faced, and they're not speaking to you directly. And it's automatically a collusion with this nasty ass energy, which is, nope. That's the one thing you shouldn't do. And yeah, I think somebody here was like really shocked at what this person said too. And it's not your person. It's somebody that's actually kind of closer to them. Like, what the like, they kind of know that something's wrong with this person, and they may have even just like kind of given this person a look. But this is like they know that this was messed up, and it's almost unspoken between these two people. And whoever this is, though, they're not going to say anything because they're kind of tiptoeing around it as well. And they're trying to like observe that person. But it seems like whoever did this is just kind of dead set on ruining things for you. They don't care. It's impaired empathy, which is kind of a term I associate with borderline personality disorder. Again, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but kind of, I think maybe this person has this fear of abandonment if they don't control the group. And this is somebody who, I think I was telling you guys, I heard somebody describe like, okay, well, there's people who are kind of set up like this, that they feel calm when they're in control, which means they cannot allow relationships that God puts together to flow naturally around them. They feel uncomfortable with a natural connection being made. And I think that's what they observed between you and your person, whoever your person is. They observed a genuine connection, a genuine two hearts beating as one. I just heard they just saw a natural, like, we belong together. There's a natural flow that you could never kind of mimic. And that's God energy right there. But this person had to get in there and destroy it. And they did it by like throwing a hot potato. And your person, unfortunately, is very smart and very observant, but just got hijacked. They got their whole apparatus hijacked by this person. And I don't know why they trusted this person, other than it just seems like with this Cancer energy, it feels like there is, maybe this is family. It just feels like, it feels like we hang out in my home, like not your person's home, but in this person's home. Maybe they hang out in this person's home, or there's something here that passes for intimacy, but it's not intimacy between these two, between your person and this person. It's not direct one-to-one Libran intimacy. And I think that's what this person would like, is one-to-one intimacy with your person. And even if it's just to have control over them, so that they feel like calm or confident. Yeah, you need to calm down. Like, this person needs to calm down, but the way that they know to do that is to ruin things and to bring people under their control, and to get this person to sabotage their connection, their natural soulmate connection with you. And I just heard somebody say like, but you'd be an idiot to do that. Well, yeah. And your person's not an idiot, but they were hijacked. And it was by this like intimacy, because I'm seeing like everybody meeting inside this person's crabby, nasty Cancer shell, and emphasis on the Cancer shell, because it just feels toxic. It feels like the energy there is noxious, and it's like, get some fucking fresh air. Like, that's what it feels like. So I don't know if drugs are a problem. Everybody's smoking. Nope, there's no fresh air. I just feel air, and your person's very good at air. And actually they should mind that more in themselves, because they need fresh air. This person needs fresh air to kind of think, and they need their space in order to think too. But I think they got involved with this person or these people, and yeah, there's some type of like control that they have. Yeah. And also this is about independence, because your person is showing up as Aries. This other person is showing up as Cancer. Those are squaring energies, and they're both cardinal energies. So they both try to start shit. They both try to start some shit. Your person's trying to start some shit with you. And maybe literally start some shit. I didn't necessarily mean like, oh, they're trying to start shit. I just mean like they're trying to start a conversation with you. They're trying to start a partnership with you. But maybe they're doing that by trying to start some shit with you, because sometimes Aries can be like that. Aries can be a bit of a hard head, like I'm going to ram into me back and, then we'll make out, but they got involved with this Cancerian person. And Cancer wants to start something as well, but they're starting something in the emotions. And I think they don't have natural access to your person's emotions the way that you might or could. And so they have to make up some bullshit about you to start something in this person's emotions that is meant to kind of stir this person up. But these are squaring energies. So whoever this is around this person doesn't belong around your person. They don't belong together. In a friend group, in a family group, their energies just don't mesh. And there's not much you can do because that's just a self-awareness problem. And it might be a codependency problem, like nobody else wants to be my friend, so I guess I have to settle for this. It doesn't feel like your person chooses to be around this person. There's something about it that just, I don't know, you're around, or like you seek me out. And this person seeks your person out because they want control over them. But also they might forget about this person so long as they don't feel threatened, They'll let this person, it seems like they'll let this person kind of live their life until they feel threatened. And that's when they want to start something. This person will start something emotionally. And your person's maybe not good at emotions because they're coming through as air and fire, which is maybe a very charismatic person, but not so good with the emotions. And they got this person around that wants to start some shit via their emotions. And you just kind of have a recipe for disaster here. But somebody is holding up. Yeah, okay, so there's a Jupiterian figure that I feel like has entered the scene. Jupiter is like teacher. It's a wise person that I think has like started to shine a light here on this. It could be a man, doesn't have to be. Oh, maybe from this person's past, or it's K2 energy. This is strong teacher energy, somebody that this person like listens to. They might literally listen to this person. This could be somebody that they listen to like on a podcast or something, but it just seems like this person is God sent. And actually what they're showing is you in like kind of an earthy energy. And the earthy card here, it's like low self-esteem. It looks kind of low self-esteem and like self-protective and sad. And so I feel like it's showing, moon. So what was on the inside? Like this person is kind of showing that either you were that way before, or of course you're that way. This is somebody who just might know a bit of psych. I mean, psych 101, where it's like, oh yeah, everybody around this person was talking about them behind their back and being two-faced, and you don't know what's on the inside of this person from a mile away. You don't know it's them being self-protective and feeling uncomfortable or on shaky ground. Does that need to be explained to you? And I know, because this for me, it's like what is happening to the world? Like this is where it's like, I understand that we have tech now and everything, but this is playground shit. This is like, how did you not learn this when you were in elementary school? That when this kind of stuff is going on, you feel it and it changes your behavior. It's Hawthorne effect when you're being observed. And I think for a lot of you, I think you are this lady that's being observed, but in knowing that you are being observed, and this is, I think, the thing that your person and these other people didn't account for, in knowing that you are being observed, you're changing your behavior. And one of the best ways to defend yourself against bitches is to act like you don't see that they're being bitches and that you're unbothered. That is the best way. And it gives them some runway, and it gives them an ability to see that you're not a threat and to see that you're not starting shit and to change their behavior. Unfortunately, this lady or whoever this is, this Cancerian energy isn't going to change because they have an internal problem. And also they don't belong here. Like with your person or around you, and this thing that they're claiming as their turf ain't anywhere near their turf. But there needs to be a lot more self-awareness that's going on here in this group, and a lot more just empathy for sure, but also basic level of human understanding, of just understanding when you give a moose a muffin, it's like when you give a human being gossip and a bunch of bullshit, they don't tend to like that. And if you're shocked by that, you got a long way to go. Like these are people that don't understand that kind of basic stuff about how certain energies make people feel and that they're going to respond accordingly. And if you make somebody feel unsafe, I don't know what you think you're observing other than a defensive mechanism, whatever it is. And there's tons of them. And I think a lot of you acted above it, or you tried to be above it. And so I remember myself saying this in a reading quite a while ago, like years ago, probably at this point in time, where this person has an advantage now. They kind of have an edge because they're like, oh yeah, well that person is being fake. And here's the thing, because of what this person's done, you are a bit being fake, but you're doing it from a defensive standpoint. where you want to just like love these people, but there is a two-facedness going on that you sense on some level, or you've directly observed that people seemed, there's some kind of split. Like now people speak to you different, or, because also this Cancerian person's trying to start shit. They really are. So it could have been that there was like something staged for your benefit, that you're much smarter than these people are giving you credit for, much smarter. And you're good at defending yourself. And I think you defend yourself with a smile and a kiss. And I think that's because you're a good person and not because you're a bad person. But these people are so determined to paint you with a certain brush to justify their horrible behavior towards you, that they took in a brash kind of way in order to control the situation. They would rather do that than look at their own behavior, which is, I did that to try to control the situation. So some of these people, they know it's bullshit. Whoever threw this hot potato, they know it's bullshit, but it's hard for them to admit that to themselves because they would have to admit that they're out of control. And that they also feel a sense of possession over maybe their friends or friend group, and it's unhealthy. And this person needs to get help, genuinely. Like this person needs to sort this out because it's having a real effect. And it's had like a real effect on other people here. And you've now potentially got your person, whoever this is, whether this is a romantic partner, a sibling, a friend. This is somebody you thought was your person, and you're correct. You and this person are soulmates, and this person should be throwing down for you. And I think this person's in their head, they're like, well, I don't want to have to like get in an argument, Well, I don't think they would have had to. And I think that it actually would have gone a long way for this person to just be with you, or just to say like, well, I like this person, and I think that you should just give them a chance, or you need to calm down. Like, it's not that big of a deal, like you are somebody that you don't know her and she doesn't know you. You guys never interact. Right. And especially if this person is trying to sleep with your person, but it's just as an act of war. So especially if something like that's gone on, it's like, and again, it's Psych 101. And you think that she's going to like you, given the fact that you sabotaged our relationship to sleep with me? Do you think she's going to like you? Why do you think that? Because you have no right to. It's kind of, there's some basic stuff that's getting overlooked here that needs to just be called out. But it can be called out in like a kind of a, like, you need to calm down, and you need to like open your mind. But this person doesn't want to, because it's not about that. It's about manipulation, and it is about control. And it's about controlling the narrative and controlling the way that people view you. Because if this person just allows things to flow naturally, then your reputation would be in alignment with your character, which, by the way, is justice. That's what should happen for every human being alive on this planet. Their reputation should be in alignment with their character. And therefore, they can align with their path, and the people who will like them are the people who are meant to like them and partner with them in their journey, and the people who don't are the people who aren't meant to. And they're meant to say, you know what, that's not for me, and kind of go a different way. So we can all be on our paths. This person refuses to let that happen. So they blocked your justice in this group and in this conversation and with your person. And yeah, I do think that your person just let it happen. But also this person needs to kind of get with the program when it comes to their emotions. And also they need to get real about who it is that they're hanging out with, because they don't even like this person. Or if they like this person, this is a very manipulative person. So they just fall for their bullshit, and they need to not. So, all right, that's what I got for you. If that resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.